Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another day at Tizzy's World. I hope everybody had a wonderful day so far. I pretty much know everyone has been up and busy and about and doing things right. So it's one of those days. It's Happy Easter, obviously. I did send out something ahead of time here just to have a little conversation. So I'm trying not to do a little too much of that right now. I'm going to be strictly with the Bible on this one, except for one thing, just one. This song we have got to listen to before we start.
I be in my room like, go God, ayy, go God, ayy, go God. Look, running for the Lord, I'm planning on stopping. The devil see me, he get sick, nauseous. Told him to get off of me, Jesus gave him no option. Yes, every day I remember God promised. I remember them days I was lost and confused. When you living for God, there ain't nowhere to lose. You hot or you cold, which one you gon' choose? He cleaned out the old me and now I am new. Praising his name on a regular, separated so it's hard to get next to her. She's in the will of her father. You wanna get her attention and you must consult with the author. I be moving my faith with a blindfold. I don't gotta know long as God know. Going so deep with the Lord, I am breaking the shovel. On these new levels with demons, man, we cannot play with the devil. They like, oh man, she up again. I want my savior reborn to win. Ain't no looking back or slowing down. So ain't no catching up for no sin. I put my trust in the Lord. The armor on me, yeah, I walk with a sword. I don't battle with the flesh or the blood, but against the darkness and the devil's war. One way they come in, seven ways to flee. No longer do I live, but Christ live in me. More like the savior is who I wanna be. Love me so much, he supply all my needs. The devil try to bring up the old me. I talk to the Lord, he said, you don't know me. Ignore the lies from the devil. Then I go straight to the word and remember the things that he told. Could be 1,000 to my left, 10,000 on my right, but he can't touch me. Got the Lord on my side. I be waiting at the tower to get the Lord reply. Then I wrote it all down. I ain't even asked why. Prayed and I fasted for 31 days. Burned out the flesh. I ain't never the same. Lied to myself and God gave me the grace. Eternal life at the end of the. I be in my room like, go God, ayy, go God, ayy, go God. Look, running for the Lord, I'm planning on stopping. The devil see me, he get sick, nauseous. Told him to get off of me, Jesus gave him no option. Yes, every day I remember God promised. I remember them days I was lost and confused. When you living for God, there ain't nowhere to lose. You hot or you cold, which one you gon' choose? He cleaned out the old me and now I am new. Praising his name on a regular, separated so it's hard to get next to her. She's in the will of her father. You wanna get her attention and you must consult with the author. I be moving my faith with a blindfold. I don't gotta know long as God know. Going so deep with the Lord, I am breaking the shovel. On these new levels with demons, man, we cannot play with the devil. They like, oh man, she up again. I want my savior reborn to win. Ain't no looking back or slowing down. So ain't no catching up for no sin. I put my trust in the Lord. The armor on me, yeah, I walk with the sword. I don't battle with the flesh or the blood, but against the darkness and the devil's war. One way they come in, seven ways to flee. No longer do I live, but Christ live in me. More like the savior is who I wanna be. Love me so much, he supply all my needs. The devil try to bring up the old me. I talk to the Lord, he said, you don't know me. Ignore the lies from the devil. Then I go straight to the word and remember the things that he told. Could be 1,000 to my left, 10,000 on my right, but he can't touch me. Got the Lord on my side. I be waiting at the tower to get the Lord reply. Then I wrote it all down. I ain't even asked why. Prayed and I fasted for 31 days. Burned out the flesh. I ain't never the same. Lied to myself and God gave me the grace. Eternal life at the end of the. I be in my room like, go God, ayy, go God, ayy, go God. Look, running for the Lord, I'm planning on stopping. The devil see me, he get sick, nauseous. Told him to get off of me, Jesus gave him no option. Yes, every day I remember God promised. I remember them days I was lost and confused. When you living for God, there ain't nowhere to lose. You hot or you cold, which one you gon' choose? He cleaned out the old me and now I am new. Praising his name on a regular, separated so it's hard to get next to her. She's in the will of her father. You wanna get her attention and you must consult with the author. I be moving my faith with a blindfold. I don't gotta know long as God know. Going so deep with the Lord, I am breaking the shovel. On these new levels with demons, man, we cannot play with the devil. They like, oh man, she up again. I want my savior reborn to win. Ain't no looking back or slowing down. So ain't no catching up for no sin. I put my trust in the Lord. The armor on me, yeah, I walk with a sword. I don't battle with the.
Alright, yeah, no, I was just like I'm playing the drums or something. Everybody knows. Nobody sees what I'm doing over here because I don't hit it. Obviously, I did hide it. That was an interesting song. I'm talking about fasting. But remember, I'm not going to say anything about that. Because last time I checked, it does state that if you were doing something like that, you should be quiet. Anyways, I'm not going to go all out doing some dance moves, guys. I'll just throw that out there real quick. Because I'm not going to hit the ground from I don't know, possibly burning too much energy at once. At the moment. So please do have some respect for that. Just gonna do like a little bit, sound like that, like shy person kind of going like. Okay. Anyway, so hope anybody got a little laugh out of that or whatnot, or actually listen to the music instead of looking at me and seeing like, what is she doing? And don't pay attention to me. Pay attention to what you hear. Make sense? And if so, I could just go like this and disappear, and you could just stare at the background while I read. Or with the pictures that I've been putting up. I'll just put up pictures and stuff like that. You just look at the pictures and listen. Honestly. Choices. Many choices. I honestly don't have to be on the screen. I just never have been on one before, and I'm showing that I'm not really afraid to be on one. We're on 2 Samuel, chapters 8 to 11. Summary of David's subjugation of surrounding nations. And after this it came to pass that David smote the Philistines and subdued them. And David took Metheg-ammon out of the hand of the Philistines, and he smote Moab and measured them with a line, casting them down to the grounds. Even with 2 lines measured he to put to death, and with 1 full line to keep alive. And so the Moabites became David's servants and brought gifts. David smote also Hadadezer, the son of Rehob, king of Zobah, as he went to recover his border at the river Euphrates. And David took from him 1,000 chariots and 700 horsemen and 20,000 footmen. And David hold all the chariot horses, but reserved of them 400 chariots. And when the Syrians of Damascus came to Sekor, Hadadezer, king of Zobah, David slew of the Syrians 22,000 men. Then David put Graysons in Syrian of Damascus, and the Syrians became servants to David and brought gifts, and the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David took the shields of gold that were on the servants of Hadadezer, and brought them to Jerusalem, and from Betah, and from Berothah, cities of Hadadezer. King David took exceeding much brass. When Toi, king of Hamath, heard that David had smitten all the host of Hadadezer, then Toi sent Joram, his son, unto King David, to salute him and to bless him, because he had fought against Hadadezer and smitten him. For Hadadezer had wars with Toi, and Joram brought with him vessels of silver and vessels of gold and vessels of brass, which also King David did dedicate unto the Lord with the silver and gold that he had dedicated of all nations, which he subdued, of Syria and of Moab and of the children of Ammon and of the Philistines and of Amalek and of the spoil of Hadazir, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. And David gat him a name when he returned from smiting of the Syrians in the valley of Salt, being 18,000 men. And he put garrisons in Edom, throughout all Edom, but the garrisons and all they of Edom became David's servants. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went. And David reigned over all Israel, and David executed judgment and justice unto all his people. And Joab the son of Zeruiah was over the host, and Joshaphat the son of Ahilud was recorder, and Zadok the son of Ahitub and Amalek the son of Abiathar were the priests, and Sirah was the scribe, and Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over both the Cherethites and the Philistines, and David's sons were chief rulers. David's kindness to Jonathan's son Mephibosheth. And David said, Is there yet any that is left of the house of Saul, and that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake? And there was of the house of Saul a servant whose name was Ziba. And when they had called him unto David, the king said unto him, Art thou Ziba? And he said, Thy servant is he. And the king said, Is there not yet any of the house of Saul, that I may show the kindness of God unto him? And Ziba said unto the king, Jonathan hath yet a son, which is lame on his feet. And the king said unto him, Where is he? And Ziba said unto the king, Behold, he is in the house of Meshach, the son of Ammon, in Lodebar. Then King David sent and fetched him out of the house of Meshach, the son of Ammon, from Lodebar. Now when Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan and son of Saul, was come into David, he fell on his face and did reverence. And David said, Mephibosheth, and he answered, Behold thy servant. And David said unto him, Fear not. For I will surely show thee kindness for Jonathan thy father's sake, and will restore thee all the land of Saul thy father, and thou shalt eat bread at my table continually. And he bowed himself and said, What is thy servant, that thou shouldest look upon such a dead dog as I am? Then the king called to Ziba, Saul's servant, and said unto him, I have given unto thy master's son all that pertaineth to Saul and to all his house. Therefore, and thy sons, thou therefore and thy sons and thy servants shall till the land for him, and thou shalt bring in the fruits, that thy master's son may have food to eat. But Mephibosheth, thy master's son, shall eat bread alway at my table. Now Ziba and 15 sons and 20 servants. Then said Ziba unto the king, according to all that my lord the king hath commanded his servant, so shall thy servant do. As for Mephibosheth, said the king, he shall eat at my table as one of the king's sons. And Mephibosheth had a young son, whose name was Micah. And all that dwelt in the house of Ziba were servants unto Mephibosheth. So Mephibosheth dwelt in Jerusalem, for he did eat continually at the king's table, and was lame on both his feet. David's ambassadors insulted by the Ammonites. And it came to pass after this that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun his son reigned in his stead. Then said David, I will show kindness unto Hanun the son of Hanosh, as his father showed kindness unto me. And David sent to comfort him by the hand of his servants for his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanun their lord, Thinkest thou that David doth honor thy father, that he hath sent comforters unto thee? Hath not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city, and to spy it out, and to overthrow it? Therefore Hanun took David's servants, and shaved off the one half of their beards, and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, Tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. And when Israel's victory over the Ammonites, and when the children of Ammon was that day, I'm going to start that over again real quick. And when the children of Ammon saw that they stank before David, and the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Beth-rehob, and the Syrians of Zobah 20,000 footmen, and of King Maacah 1,000 men, and of Ishtob 12,000 men. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the host of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out and put the battle in array at the entering in of the gate. And the Syrians of Jobah and of Rehob and Ishtob and Micah were by themselves in the field. When Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him before and behind, he chose of all the choice men of Israel, and put them in array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered into the hand of Abishai his brother, that he might put them in array against the children of Ammon. And he said, If the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will come and help thee. Be of good courage, and let us play the man for our people, and for the cities of our God. And the Lord doth do that which seemeth him good. And Joab drew nigh, and the people that were with him, unto the battle against the Syrians, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, then fled they also before Abishai, and entered into the city. So Joab returned from the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were smitten before Israel, they gathered themselves together. And Hadarezer sent and brought out the Syrians that were beyond the river. And they came to Halom, and Shobach, the captain of the host of Hadarezer, went before them. And when it was told David, he gathered all Israel together and passed over Jordan, and came to Helam. And the Syrians sent themselves in array against David and fought with him. And the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew the man of 700 chariots of the Syrians, and 40,000 horsemen, and smote Shobach, the captain of their host, who died there. And when all the kings that were servants to Hadarezer saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with Israel and served them. So the Syrians feared to help the children of Ammon any more. David tarries at Jerusalem, his great sin. And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him, and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon, and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still after Jerusalem, and it came to pass in the eventide, that David arose from off his bed, and walked upon the roof of the king's house, and from the roof he saw a woman washing herself, and the woman was very beautiful to look upon. And David sent and inquired after the woman, and one said, Is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Elam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? And David sent the messengers, and took her. And she came in unto him, and he lay with her, for she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. And the woman conceived, and sent and told David, and said, I am with child. And David sent to Joab, saying, Send me Uriah the Hittite. And Joab sent Uriah to David. And when Uriah was come unto him, David commanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered. And David said unto Uriah, Go down to thy house, and wash thy feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord, and went not down to his house. And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down into his house, David said unto Uriah, Camest thou not from thy journey? When then didst thou not go down unto thy house? And Uriah said unto David, The ark and Israel and Judea abide in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open field. Shall I then go unto my house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife? As thou livest, and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing. And David said to Uriah, Tarry here today and also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart. So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him, and he made him drunk. And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his lord, but went not down to his house. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab, and sent it by the hand of Uriah. And he wrote in the letter, saying, Set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, and retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die. And it came to pass, when Joab observed the city, that he assigned Uriah into a place where he knew that valiant men were. And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab. And there fell some of the people of the servants of David, and Joel the Hittite died also, and charged the messenger, saying, When thou hast made an end of telling the matters of the war unto the king, and if so be that the king's wrath arise, and he say unto thee, Wherefore approached ye so nigh unto the city where ye did fight? Knew ye not that they would shoot from the wall? Who smote Abimelech, the son of Jerubbaal? Did not a woman cast a piece of a milestone upon him from the wall, that he died in Thesbez? Why went ye nigh the wall? Then say thou, Thy servant Joel the Hittite is dead also. So the messenger went and came, shewed David all that Joab had sent him for. And the messenger said unto David, Surely the man prevailed against us, and came out unto us into the field, and where we were upon them, even unto the entering of the gate. And the shooters shot from off the wall upon thy servants, and some of the king's servants be dead, and the servant Joel the Hittite is dead also. Thy servant Joel the Hittite is dead also. Then David said unto the messengers, Thus shalt thou say unto Joab, Let not this thing displease thee, for the sword devoureth one as well as another. Make thy battle more strong against the city, and overthrow it, and encourage thou him. David marries Bathsheba. And when the wife of Uriel heard that Uriel, her husband, was dead, she mourned for her husband. And when the mourning was past, David sent and fetched her to his house. And she became his wife, and bare him a son. But the thing that David had done displeased the Lord. All right. So thank you all for joining so far. If anybody had to take a break, welcome back. If anybody needs to take a break, by all means, go ahead and take a break. We're going to continue forward. Got a little bit left here. Yeah. And enjoy our day, right? Then there's school tomorrow. So we're going to chapter 15. And we're going to be doing verses 11 to 32. We'll figure out what 33 is. It is 32. It means we got one more verse to read somewhere. We'll do like a random, like an Easter egg hunt. We'll just do a random open book, point at it, and we're going to read it. Sounds fun? I think so. All right. Parable of the prodigal son. And he said, A certain man had 2 sons. The younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the young son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riches living. Righteous living. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land, in that land. It's not righteous, it's rich.
No, I got 200.
And he began to be in want. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. And when he came to himself, he said, How many hired servants of my father's have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? And I will arise and go to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. And he arose and came to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him, and had compassion, and ran, and fell on his neck, and kissed him. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven, and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servants, Bring forth the best robe, and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet. And bring hither the fatted calf, and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. For this my son was dead, and is alive again. He was lost, and is found. And they began to be merry. Now his elder son was in the field, and as he came and drew nigh to the house, he heard music and dancing. It was music and dancing. And he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said unto him, Thy brother is come, and thy father hath killed the fatty calf, because he hath received him safe and sound. And he was angry, and would not go in. Therefore came his father out, and entreated him. And he answering said to his father, Lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgressed I at any time thy commandment. And yet thou never gavest me a kid, that I might make merry with my friends. But as soon as this thy son was come, which hath devoured thy living with harlots, thou hast killed for him the fatted calf. And he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. It is met with that we should make merry. It was met that we should make merry, and be glad. For this my brother was dead, and is alive again, and was lost, and is found. All right, so let's go ahead and see what that is, right? So. All right, I'm going to read it. Okay, so I'm not moving my finger. Trust me. Or you could just think that it's just a coincidence I'm reading this, but I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to read exactly what it says. All right, so this is actually stopped on... It's crazy. There's a 33 here too. It's Isaiah 34, verses
You and down.
16. Verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered me.
You move. I'm in a winner.
Interesting.
No.
So pretty much, that's like saying,
No.
seek out the book of the Lord and read. That's what we've been doing. Crazy. I thought that. All right. So everybody have a wonderful day.
No.
Till tomorrow. Amen. God bless you all. Mwah. See ya.